Hey, welcome to Swapmoto Live, presented by Ogio. I'm Don Maeda, the editor-in-chief of Transworld Motocross magazine. And I'm joined in studio today by my friend Axell Hodges and his father, Phil. So, man,
Phillip.
I've known you for quite a while, Phillip. We were actually rivals in some race series at Pala one day. But Axell, obviously needs no introduction. What are we up to on followers now? Over 500,000, right?
655.
655,000.
Yeah.
I'm 47. 655, 47.
655, 47. How many do you have, Phil?
I don't have an account.
Oh, fender bench.
My oldest son did that for Father's Day like 4 years ago. I don't even know how to get on it. So,
Okay.
I mean, I guess I do have one fender bench. I do have fender bench, and they come in on it. I should probably.
He's still priding his phone. He won't get an iPhone.
Yeah.
I should probably get active on it. I should get active on it.
Do you have a Sidekick, the flip open phone?
I got a Motorola Flip. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The Zipper. What was that phone? The Razor.
A Razor.
The Razor Flip.
All right. So, Axell, you're coming off a pretty good summer. A couple gold medals. You've transitioned from amateur motocross racer to social media sensation to actual gold medals now.
Yeah.
Just tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up racing and everything. I didn't really plan on going this route, but started in the best whip contest at Monster Energy Cup a couple years ago, and that kind of led to an X Games and stuff. And the whole time always made videos on social media, Instagram and stuff, just because it's fun to me, and just kind of led to what I do now, and social media, X Games, and just riding my dirt bike and having fun.
Yeah. So a couple of years ago, we did a documentary movie with you, Slay.
Yeah.
And I remember back then you were telling me that it's kind of a dream that you've turned your fun hobby into a way to make a living.
Yeah, it's rad. I mean, get to do what I love every day, and just it benefits me. I got a cool truck now. Toyota Vescandito hooked me up. I'm pumped on that. Get to drive that every day at the track, and yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. Your earnings come from sponsor endorsements stuff, right? You're not doing the Instagram ambassador crap where you're like, oh, no. I drink skinny tea in the mornings.
No, I don't know how to do that stuff. No. Yeah, I get from my sponsors, they pay me, and then I don't really know how to work the social media that well. I do it more for fun.
Okay, so do you actually edit all of your own stuff? Has it always been your own deal, or did you have help? Or? Yeah,
I edit it. Like, I always have my friends film me, just whoever I have around, I'll give them my iPhone and kind of tell them where to stand, what angles to get, and I'll throw it together on my iPhone. I got iMovie on my iPhone, and that usually works out for the best.
Yeah. What's the most popular, the stuff at the tracks or the stuff in your front yard?
I don't know, it's hit or miss. Sometimes you have a video that you think is gonna do good, and then it just isn't that good. So probably, I don't know, at my house usually goes harder than the track.
Yeah. I think people, I mean, until I came inside your house, I didn't have a concept of how things were laid out and like how far away your neighbors were and stuff.
Yeah.
But you seem to have some pretty understanding neighborhoods.
Yeah, they're all right there. I mean, they're pretty cool for the most part. Most of my neighbors are really cool. There's just been a couple people that don't like the whole dirt bike thing, but they kind of moved out recently. We got some new neighbors in, and they're pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Phil, how did you ever think your yard was going to turn into this breeding grounds for your son's career?
You know, we moved out there, it's been like 29 years now. I mean, Axel wasn't even around, but my two older sons, Ash and Austin, I mean, we've always had it down there. It was larger than it is now, but they built a couple houses, so we got like an acre and a half. It's not like out in the fields in Temecula or the winery. But we've always had it there, and Ash and Austin used to ride there quite a bit with the two-strokes, the loud ones. But then when Axel came along, we figured we were probably kind of out of the dirt bike thing, and now this is like gnarlier than they were. So, I mean, the neighbors are used to it. We've always had it there. But the problem with one of the neighbors in particular is over the years, you know, the bikes have gotten better, and so the jumps have gotten bigger. And, you know, back then we were riding a little 85s and, you know, no suspension, hitting little jumps 20 feet, but now it's...
Yeah, we had a pit bike track. I grew up just riding my 110 every day.
Yeah.
We had like 2 low doubles, a tabletop, and that was it.
And all the neighbors thought it was cute. And then all of a sudden we started hitting these 120-foot booters. They're like, whoa. I mean, it's like a circus. So,
yeah.
But I mean, everybody's pretty good with it. It's, you know, I don't know. We try to keep it a little bit private, but Axel's done a lot of filming there. And, you know, even when you guys came out, the palm trees, everything, it's unique. I know it is. It kind of opens up the doors. I mean, it's funny. All the sponsors, I say all, our sponsors, you know, they kind of want to reiterate what we've been doing. Everybody wants to come out the house and do the, hey, we're at the house, the coffee. I think it's cool. I mean, I like it, but I don't know. That's our house, and he does. I think it's more with Axel when he's riding, like you mentioned, the track or our house, you know, what he likes better. I think it's more about the idea that he has doing it, regardless where he's at. I mean, he could be at our house, or I know that's kind of unique, the background scenery, but I think he's more focused on it.
Yeah, like nowadays, it's just like how clever your video is.
Yeah, I mean, what he's doing, the front flip, nose wheelie, hoop-de-hoop, whatever you want to call it. But, and then his, like last night, what were you last night? Batman?
Yeah, it was Batman.
So, I mean, he was at our house on the Harley taking off. I don't know if you saw the...
Yeah, I did.
So this will probably date us when we show this live. But
yeah, it's all right.
But yeah, so I think it's more about what he's doing. So his mom's an artist. I think he's got a little bit of that in him. He knows what they want. And
yeah.
Knows the angles. I mean, I'll stand there with the phone. He'll show me where to stand. That's the basic part, standing behind the camera, just holding it. But
right on. So Axel, when I first met you, you were racing our Transworld Motocross race series, and I'll say it now, you were sandbagging the novice class, winning by a mile.
Yeah.
But was PH a gnarly mini dad?
No, he wasn't.
Really? He seems like he'd be a gnarly mini dad.
No, he wasn't. I never really raced growing up, so we would go to the track, and it was more for fun. And then, I guess towards the tail end of my racing career, he kind of got more mini dad on me, but the whole time it was just strictly fun.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm joking when I say sandbagging, but you were a dominant guy in our series. And then you went to Loretta Lynn's and you actually won a national championship, right?
Yeah. When I was 14, I won the 250C stock class.
Mm-hmm. Did that lead into things for you as a B rider?
I mean, yeah. I got picked up by a guy that helped me out, Manny Gasper. He just kind of helped my whole B career out. He got all my bikes and just took me all the races. And that was kind of the coolest thing ever because he provided a trailer. And I never experienced anything like that just other than going to the races in my dad's van and sleeping on an air mattress. So we got a trailer, he got me bikes, and that helped me out. But team-wise, I didn't really get picked up by a team or anything. And I had gear deals and all that, but not like a factory ride or anything. Now you see amateur kids are all of them are just full factory and they rip. So
definitely.
I had nothing like that.
All right.
Wait, can I touch on one thing on that?
Yeah.
It's funny because you say the sandbagger, but when Axel started racing that year, I think you were 14. Because he was injured, younger. You had that in that story, I think, but he didn't get back on a bike till he was like 12 or 13, and we started racing at Pala, and he started racing that year that we went to Loretta's. He started racing, I think, in February of that year.
We went to Oak Hill.
When he was 14. So that was the first. I mean, he just started riding. Not even quite a year before that. He did pick it up quick. So he started racing in February, and Loretta's was at the end of July. That was only 6 months of racing. So we came in, it's so funny that, I mean, everybody would say sandbagger, sandbagger, sandbagger. And later on, a couple of years fast forward, we have some friends, and we got them to know, and they were just starting out racing. And she said that we were buddies, and she said that for the first year, she thought that was our last name. The sandbaggers, because she said every time Axel would race, everybody would go, sandbagger, like they're yelling his name. Yeah. She didn't know what it meant. She was new to motocross. So, but I don't know. It was kind of, I mean, everybody wanted to move into B, but it's just, we were so, even McGrath, he was kind of advising what to do. I mean, yeah, he picked it up quick, but just kind of stay with it. And then right after we went to it. But I mean, he wasn't like he was riding 5 years old out there and racing every, Freestone and Oak Hill and Mini O's. We didn't do that. He started that February. We went right into it. So I don't know if that's called sandbagging. It was a good ride.
It's called.
Yeah, I like sandbagging. I like.
I missed the C class. That was fun.
He was just fast in the C class.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, on that note, we're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. But when we come back, we will find out how the whole transition into social media happened.
Hey, what's up? I'm Brooks Whelan, and I'm a comedian, which means I travel for a living. Today, we're gonna compare two very different bags and see which one is better. On one side, we have a burlap sack. Serves a purpose, and we're gonna compare that bag with the Ogio Alpha Convoy 525R backpack. First of all, this guy is a little bland, but you could do like you got one of those, that's fun, but it's really all you're gonna be working with. But with the Ogio 525R, it's a roll top, which means you can have the standard way right here. It rolls down. You can come up here, thus like doubling the size of the bag. It has reflectivity, so you're not gonna be hit by a car if you're riding a bike. I mean, you still might be, but it wouldn't be the bag's fault. Boom! We got side zipper entry. You can get in that way. Burlap sack, it's tough. It's like, where is it? Is it in here? Here it is. Now look at all the hay. People with allergies are gonna be furious with you. Nobody's gonna be mad at you with this guy on it because this is made of Corduro eco-made material, which is lightweight, durable, it won't fade, and also it's made from recycled materials. So you're actually helping the planet with this. When it comes to eco-friendliness of the burlap sack, I gotta be honest, I don't really know what burlap is. All right, now let's see the Ogio mod storage systems. Now, they come in a hard case and a soft pouch, sold separately. It's like a fanny pack for your backpack. Ogio bag, they connect together. They're not coming apart. I think the only way you could have a sort of a mod system if you tied like another sack to this sack. Like, okay. I feel like that one is more user-friendly. Let's talk about internal organization now. The waterproof zipper opens up. You have separate spaces for your tablet and your laptop. Boom. Now we got all this other stuff. Well, let's open up this guy, bring it all the way out. Let's put our Mophie right here. We got an added pouch in here for a USB cord. It's got this little key thing. I'm sure there's a scientific name for that, but look at that. Got your, mixed beverage that you take with you on the plane. It's got a drainage system in case some water leaks. Put it upside down, guess what? Keys are safe. Now we got air mesh straps right here, which means that it's nice on your shoulders. It's got adjustable sternum strap right here. Take some weight off. Plus, this bag has what us in the biz call a retention clip. Boom. On the back, it's got a luggage pass-through that works with your Ogio luggage. Then you got this bag on top of your bag, and this bag's wearing a bag. It's a family of bags. If you're walking around with a burlap sack, that is more intimidating. So I will give intimidation factor to a burlap sack. For all other functions and looking like a normal person, the Ogio 525R. The R stands for roll. I think. I don't know. I just made that up, but can we use that?
Yeah.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Enjoy the ride.
Since 1973, FMF has been about getting more out of riding motorcycles. More power, more wins, more fun. Innovation and American craftsmanship makes FMF today's leader in performance. FMF, feel the power.
Welcome back to Swapmoto Live, presented by Ogio. I'm here with Axel and Wallet Guy. So, all right, you turned B. You got this guy that bought your bike and everything.
Yeah.
How long did you pursue the B thing? When did it kind of transition? Because I talked to McGrath and he said Axel's talented, but he doesn't have that like super killer racer instinct. I mean, is that when it kind of...
I mean, I raced B. I did pretty good at B. I got second in the 450 B class at Loretta's the next year. And then I think once I turned A, I kind of started getting over the whole racing thing. And I don't know, I wasn't doing good that year. And I didn't really plan on going the social route. I didn't even know what social media was. So,
was there a point when you planned, I want to be a factory rider, racing Supercross?
I mean, growing up, that was always the plan. Like, I want to grow up, I want to be next Jeremy McGrath. That's what I always thought being a kid. And I wanted to race. And then once I started getting older and older, I was like, man, this is tougher than I thought. And I don't know, I wasn't doing that good in the A class. And it was costing us money to just keep racing, and there's kind of no point. I was getting over it, costing us a lot of money. So I actually remember I helped you out. He's got Pro Pack moving systems. I helped him out a little bit, like in a basement, just like clearing all the old furniture out and working for him, trying to figure out what I was going to do and go to school or ride dirt bikes. And I don't know, I just kind of stuck with riding dirt bikes because it's fun to me and making videos, and it kind of took off in the route it did. And I did good at a couple whip contests. So I was like, my brother always told me I can't whip my way through life, so kind of want to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the first social video that you put up that went, quote unquote viral? Do you remember it? Was there one that kind of blew up and you're like, whoa, check this out?
Yeah, I did a bump start video, and that was probably the first video that kind of got some traction. Yeah. I just went down my hill, I did a nose wheelie, and the song was Black Beatles by Ray Shrimmered, and I don't know, I guess that song was hot then or something, but that just video took off, and that's where my social kind of started picking up and getting traction. Yeah.
When we were talking, when we were making the movie, I remember you were saying kind of like you have to be real deliberate with the song that you choose, because that helps the video get more traction. But it seems like everyone's cracking down these days. Like, have you had trouble with like music rights and stuff?
Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble. Like, you have a sick song and a sick video, and you put it up, you're amped on it, and they'll get it removed like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, there's like bots or something that scroll.
Yeah, they got it, and you got ways, like you got to just kind of leave your dirt bike audio in. Sometimes you'll pull, but I don't know, it's hit or miss.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain.
So Phil, how hard was it for you to wrap your head around this direction that your kid's dirt bike career was going, away from the checkered flag?
Well, like Axel said, we went, he did pretty good in the B class, and then we kind of had bike change and all that, and we went into the A class, and Axel, he was having a lot of fun riding, freestyle, free riding, whatever, and then coming back to race full on, here Dad, we're training, we're out there with Rhino, we're hitting the track 3 days a week, we're doing, our sessions. It was work, and he was on the bike over here having fun, and he'd go down here. It was like getting up in the morning going to work, and I mean, I don't know. But then the transition. It's not like we were making, like he was making a career, making money out of it, racing. But all of a sudden, a little bit started happening here. I mean, just even a little bit here was a lot more racing. Racing cost him, the race motors and all that. So, in a way, it was kind of good. My wife was relieved. She didn't realize what the freestyle stuff was though either. She's no good. She's not racing. And she saw this. She's like, "Well, maybe we should go racing." But it was, he was happier. He's a lot happier, and then able, like you said, to get in. And I didn't know much about. I mean, I know about the freestyle and all that, but the aftermath of actually medaling at like the X Games, the Monster Cup. Nitro Circus has that pipe going now. So I mean, you can make some, pretty good incentive money doing that. Not that we're doing this, for the money. I mean, you are at the end of the day, but it's just he's having fun on the bike. As a father or dad, you want to make sure your kids are happy. So and actually, stepping back from it, it did take me a little while to adjust to it. It's like you're like win, go, whatever it takes. I just, you're like frustrated with it, but I know he proved me wrong. He went off and do your whips, and it's. I guess financially is better. I mean,
I remember it always rained. I wanted to go to the hills, and he would kind of just fight me every time I wanted to go play ride. He's like, "No, can't go."
Going training.
Then I can ride again. See, at the track, I can't go ride with those guys. Too fast. But we go out in the fields and all that. I can ride.
No, he gets out there. And
last time we went to the hills, though, remember he just sat in the corner, smoking a cigar, talking on the phone the whole time.
Yeah,
busy guy.
You were doing deals. Right?
I'm a wallet guy. I got
wallet guy
taking care of business.
So hey, the wallet guy thing took off from your little documentary. Remember?
A year and a half later.
I'm wallet guy.
That was a year and a half later.
Everybody knows Phil is wallet guy now.
Yeah, I think Twitch kind of pushed that one.
In Australia, everybody was coming last week when we were there for the X Games. Wallet guy. I'm like, oh man.
Nice.
So but what's funny about that is you got that started when you interviewed me. And asked me what was your role in this, and we were just sitting there.
Dad, mechanic, wallet guy.
We were broke from engine to motors. I said, God, we spent a lot of money on this. I don't even know where it came up with wallet guy. That's the first time I said it. I never heard it before. And then it went away for a year. And then Twitch all of a sudden says wallet guy. Next thing you know, I'm wallet guy.
So hey, Axel, how is a wallet guy with a camera? Who's your #1 filmer? Who's the smoothest?
I mean, probably him.
Yeah?
He's always with me. I always give him my iPhone. He's pretty good. Sometimes he like does a thing where he thinks he's recording, but he stops it. And then when he starts it, it starts recording.
Oh, yeah.
He'll
So he's got
completely
the
miss a
pocket
shot.
or the walk-in.
Yeah, he's got all that. But for the most part,
Got the glasses.
We took care of that problem.
for the most part,
I
he
hit
kills
stop
it.
when I hit start when I hit stop.
Yeah.
And then he'll do something gnarly too, and then I'll miss it, and then he can't do it again all day. So we blew it.
So do you do the follow cam footage? Do you ride the spare bike?
I mean, listen, the camera guys, I mean, that's the easy part of what he does. I mean, I try to do it. As long as you just hold the camera on him, it's the guy behind the camera is up.
We'll be at the track, and then sometimes he can't get a shot, and we'll just start yelling at each other, getting pissed off.
No, but I try to follow him. I mean, he even got this new thing, this gimbal. What the gimbal was, you operate it with the thumb. But it actually, if I held it on Pilo over there, and I was moving, you know, it moves automatically, but you sit there with your thumb and trying to trim it, and I'm on this motorcycle, you know, and I got to take off, and you can't run the clutch. I'm and I'm following him down the straightaway at Pala, and you hit this hole in the bump, and you miss, the whole camera's off.
It's all just out of focus.
You know, and actually it's like, you know, like it's real easy. Okay, it's rougher on the side of the track. You're running over fire hoses and shit. And I just, the follow cam, no, I'm not. I mean, if I get the side by side, I can do halfway decent. But you know, the motorcycle shifting, it's.
Yeah. Okay, so you have, you know, the social iPhone type edits.
Yeah.
But then you're really fortunate to have a resource for some very high quality stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of cool. Like for me, being in the motocross industry and having my brother running Enzo Racing, that's awesome. So I mean, it's probably cool for you to work with your brothers in a professional capacity as well.
For sure, yeah. My brother Ash, he's helped me out so much with my whole dirt bike career, and being able to film with him, he's got all the resources and knows how to put it together a good video. So I'm fortunate to have him, and it's fun. I get to go out and film with my brother, other than some like random people I don't really know. It kind of makes the whole experience more enjoyable filming with my brother. Yeah.
Nice. Well, hey, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about one of those productions that resulted in a gold medal.
This is Rachel Strait. As a professional mountain bike racer, I know what you fuel your body with is important, so I rely on Rhino Power before, during, and after my rides and workouts. I feel better, perform stronger, and recover quicker.
Welcome back to Swapmoto Live, presented by Ogio. I'm here with Phil Hodges and his son Axel. Phillip, PH, wallet guy, fender bench.
In third grade, I had 3 Phillips in the class. So one was Phil, one was Flip, and I was Phillip. So I kind of.
Phillip, was the Flip guy Filipino?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Had that same moose that you got from Let's start. Or John,
I'll get
whatever
you
you
some of that moose. You got to get that puffy thing under control, you know?
Feel flat.
Don't feed him after midnight. But
you know it's coming because that's my due right there, dude. That's my due.
All right, Axel, X Games Real Moto. The video you guys put together, and obviously the grand finale or the climax of it is the front flip off of the platform.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with the idea, and how scary was it to learn that?
At a Halloween party.
No, I woke up one morning and I was like, what am I going to do for Real Moto this year? I mean, I did the whole free ride thing last year where I went to different spots at the dunes, did some more natural hits, and I just wanted to make my video different this year. And I was like, just thinking of something that hasn't really been done. And I just thought it might work. I do nose wheelies every day. I was eating breakfast, and I was like, yeah, this might work. And then I told Matt McCall the idea at Trick Factory, and he's like, yeah, it'll probably work. Like, he just made me a platform. At first, we had a bump at the end of the ramp, so I was hitting it. It was kind of like a cheater bump, and it would flip me, but that was getting too inconsistent. So every time I did it, I was like actually coming off before the bump and getting my rotation around more consistently. So I don't know. I just one morning thought of it and kind of did it. Got a big airbag from a bag jump, and just that. The airbag, it's fun and everything, but sometimes you go down in that thing, it'll like, you will look up at the sky, you're like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like, a couple of times I hit my head pretty good, but that made it a lot more, took the scary part away, doing it to an airbag. So to be able to do it a lot in an airbag, and then I just finally did it enough times to where I was comfortable doing it to dirt. And when I really did it, I don't really remember really doing it. It happened so fast.
Really?
I was like, I just remember looking at the ramp, I'm like, all right, this is it. Just do what you do. But
Yeah. So a front flip normally off of a ramp is, it's not pretty. It's like, it looks like it may go bad at any time. And then the guys that have the cheater things that rotate when you go off the lip, but yours isn't that at all. It's a nose wheelie, kind of like an extreme endo all the way, right?
Yeah, I mean, at Daytona, a couple years ago at the amateur supercross, I remember actually just endoing and going completely over the bars. I'm like, all right, pretty much did a front flip there. I mean, if I mean to do it.
So that's where you got the idea, was from a crash?
Yeah, I went over this dragon's back and just.
I got a lot of ideas.
What did you think when he pitched the idea to you?
Well, I thought it was just a front flip. I mean, I didn't know it was nose wheelie front flip. So, I mean, I was all
he
about.
didn't even know what we were doing until
I knew it was
tried it into the airbag.
I
He's
was,
like, oh, that's what you're doing.
I was there for like, with Matt, we were there for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. We were building this thing. We put the airbag, and we actually didn't know the distance and the fall and everything on it. So I knew it was a front flip. And like Axel said, we had that we want to call it a cheater bar at the end. You know, and normally hit the ramp and it tucks and just throws them. But when he first came in and did the first one, he comes in, he nose wheelies at the beginning of the platform. I go, what, a nose wheelie? I mean, and then he hits it just, you know, I mean, nothing happened. He just went off and looking stupid. I looked at Matt, I go, what, he's doing a nose wheelie? He goes, yeah. I go, that ain't gonna work. How the hell's that gonna work? So Axel comes back around and does it again, and he actually, this time, the only difference in the first one was he stayed on the bike a little bit longer and it crashed in. And I couldn't believe it. The third time he came up, and when he did it, he did. I mean, I don't know. He got about 3/4 of flip done. I could tell. I mean, after a couple thousand more of these, we can do it. But but the thing, you know, what you mentioned a minute ago, when you hit that big ramp, the front flip ramp, what Axel's doing, I think, is easier because the whole thing to the flip is your transition in your momentum.
Yeah, and you pull the brake. That's what.
So I mean, if you're just flat on the ground and you just try to front flip, you can't. It's just like when you're running. When you're running, you don't fall backwards. You fall forward the direction you're going. So he's already setting that thing in motion when it comes up. So it's already in motion when it comes up, and then you yank the brake, it just continues. But you already got inertia, forward inertia. So if you think about it, it does make sense. But I don't know how you would come up with thinking of that. But it was cool. I mean, it was cool. When he did it, we did 80 of them that day, and pulled the bag and went right to dirt as quick as we could.
You did it all in one day?
Well, no, I mean, we practiced for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But
well, the day that you did it,
over the film day.
Yeah.
We filmed it all in one day.
We would go out and do like 30 a day, 40 a day. You just kept doing it and doing it, want to make sure it was good. And the day we did it, I mean, even Ash thought we just practice and come back the next day and do the flip. And, you know, once he's in the zone and he's got the feeling, he's going, and it's hitting it perfect. He had 80 of them perfect every time. So he yanked the bag. But mentally, he's, you know, when you go to dirt, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. But
yeah, you just got to be precise.
It was perfect.
You just got to pull the brake.
He didn't even know where he was at because that's the first time you hit like that. He's been hitting the bag, so you don't have the impact.
Yeah.
So when he went off, I think the adrenaline, he was just like black, and he slammed the ground. You know, he probably thought he was done. Also, he opened his eyes. He goes, whoa, I'm on the bike.
Yeah, that's the right side.
And then you hear him go, whoa, no. But yeah, it was cool.
When you flip forward like that, are you hooking your feet under the shifter and the pedal or anything? Or how are you staying on the bike from that?
Just squeeze.
Yeah.
I remember I trained with Rhino. He always said just keep your feet in and squeeze with your legs, and that's the way to do it. So a couple of times in the airbag, it took me a little while to figure that one out. It came up a couple of times.
Kept going.
I was
That's a good
squeezing
point.
as hard as I could.
Yeah.
I have to really think about that.
Right on. Right. So in addition to the social media endorsements, etc., you've launched your own brand.
Yeah.
Slaco. Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, I don't really do too much.
That's your
with it.
Snapchat logo, right? Or was?
No, I just had stickers.
Yeah,
I made some Snapchat stickers. I had the logo on it. I just put the skull on it. But
See the skull,
Slaco, yeah.
skull up here, the crack in the skull's an S.
Yeah.
For Slaco.
Yeah, I haven't really
Subliminal.
done too much. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's hard to handle it all, but
So you sell T-shirts?
yeah, T-shirts, and we got some hats coming out and just some different stuff that's going to be dropping here pretty soon. But
I have to imagine, because Roger at 7 told me that when you do some strange combination of gear,
yeah,
they'll get calls on the next day saying, hey, I want to buy what Axel bought. So, I mean, I have to imagine that if you say, hey, this shirt dropped, you know, you have millions of followers, you know, that probably want stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got a new resource that we're using, and just dropped all of our shirts, and they sold out like that. So it's going pretty good.
And where does the name Slay come from? I picture your brother going, oh, you slayed it, bro.
No, when I was racing younger, my nickname was A Hodge, and then that just turned to, there was a couple of nicknames that were in between there that weren't so nice, but it was A Hodge, and then Slay Hodge, and then now just Slay.
Slay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Hey, so I wanted to make Phil's Christmas busy, and we're gonna like do a little plug here for this fender bench.
Oh, I had to
right?
advertise.
So this is his Instagram is at fender bench, right? So I kind of laughed at it, but then you gave me one, and man, I use it all the time. You put it on your rear fender, put your tools and your chain lube and all that there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it?
I can't even believe I
Did you create the first one with your wife's Tupperware lid?
I can't believe I came up with that idea. No, I was just always kind of working the parking lots on the bikes. You know, you drop an 8mm bolt until you can't find it, and you're always setting crap on the bike, the tools, and you can't do it. So what I did originally is I had a piece of cardboard, and then I put this Mason trowel handle on it with a piece of shit. No, I better not say that. Rope on it, but I put it on, and everybody would just laugh and laugh. And I'll never forget, my brother came out from Atlanta, Georgia, and he saw it. He goes, "What is that?" And that's kind of like a tool saddle. I call it like a tool saddle. I don't know, it's just something to hold the stuff. And then he says, we gotta get that thing made.
Yeah.
So we went out and kind of patented thing or trademarked it and got it all going and did a mold for it. The expensive thing was a mold. You buy a mold for it, and I go, is that worth it or not? But you know, I should probably push that a lot more. I don't. I think the thing's great. I love it.
Oh, you should push it.
I mean, I think, like you said, it's kind of funny, and everybody, you know, they make fun of it, light of it, because it's Axel's dad.
Because the videos you made.
Yeah, but it's not like we got to push it. It's kind of like a novelty, but. You know, I should do some stuff with it. I mean, I remember originally when I was doing it, I went to Troy Lee. I said, Troy, what do I do on this? And he had some cool ideas. You know, we were even going to put like some Cadillac, you know, fins on the thing, make it big. But, you know, and then you can do it where you can, you know, I can make them different colors. And I don't know, even McGrath, even when I showed it to him, I had him put it in his tool bag. He kind of helped out where the
T-handles
go.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you use the thing, it's pretty.
Hey,
and I'm not trying to push it here, but I mean, the thing's badass.
I'm pushing it.
It's badass.
I love it.
I mean, I should have got it.
One.
I should have got an award.
And I use it.
Yeah. Do you really use it, or you just saying that for TV?
I really use it in my garage. Yeah. I use that, and then I have one of those things the little dish with the magnet in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just throw the bolt.
We're going to maybe could be coming out one of those got the magnet in one pocket, but those things are, I mean, you need a couple. I'll get you another one after the show.
All right, so is there a website, fenderbench.com? Okay,
Yeah,
so make me a promise, all right? And you got to keep them to this. If you sell a bunch of them after this show, you got to buy some new shoes.
Can you believe that? These were the coolest shoes about a month ago. Is there holes in them?
You bought those a month ago?
These are actually looking pretty clean for all his other shoes.
I
thought those were from the 70s.
Dude, I'm just hey, that's what happens when you're camera guy. No, I want to nickname myself now. Hey, there's camera guy.
There's camera guy, Axel.
What's wrong with these shoes, dude?
I don't know.
They got zippers on them. These are like the old Beetle boots. I kind of like them. Check out the socks.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, hey, one thing I've always been envious of with you guys is the father-son interaction. You know, she's probably a pain in your ass. He's probably a pain in your ass. But you guys get to spend days together, having a good time, and ultimately making a career out of it, right?
Yeah, it's rad. I mean, we do butt heads at times, but we're usually pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, you know, it is. It's a good thing. I mean, you know, even you go through all the years of baseball and soccer and lacrosse, and then your kids get in high school and, you know, they're off to college or, you know, they got their own interests. Or it's kind of good that he had an activity, stay active and stay in it that he likes. I mean, just even like last week, it was like the coolest thing. On my birthday, I'm not going to say how old I am, but we were in Sydney with the X Games. We got these Harleys, and we're booking down the road. I mean, just flying up in the Blue Mountains, and I had Austin out front, Ash, and an Axel at B, and I'm just on this big Harley. This is badass.
Yeah.
So it's fun. I mean, it's good that we're kind of into this. He's got a sport to do, and I mean, I try not to, you know, get in it. I mean, Axel's getting to be a big independent boy now, and he's, you know, that gets, which is all good, but there's a lot, you know, this travel, everything behind the scenes. I mean, it takes the family. I mean, all of us.
Yeah.
Ash is doing video. I mean, we're getting to travel, and Axel, you know, he's got to keep riding. If he did all the administration work, he wouldn't ride. But it's good. It keeps the family together. We're all kind of in a tight group with it.
Cool.
And you know, we can't make it look like you're having too much fun now, because then you get them haters. Okay.
The haters.
So you got to get pissed once in a while.
Yeah,
you got to be pissed. Okay. You got to show I'm not having fun, man. This sucks. And then you get some more fans.
All right.
Don't get too happy.
Okay, on that note, we are out of time, but thank you guys for coming on the show. Really enjoyed having you as always. If you like what you saw, subscribe to our YouTube channel, bookmark transworldmotocross.com, and of course, you probably already follow Axel, but follow Fender Bench as well. Thanks for watching.
That's if they like. What if they loved us? You said if you liked what you saw. What if they loved what they saw?
Thanks for watching.